The following presentation does not represent Australian opinion or intellect. We do not speak for any religious order or ethnic minority. We are not political scientists or uni graduates. We're insignificant upper-lower class scum, comparing notes and airing grievances. It's just our opinion. Deal with it.
No way that GST will ever be part of our policy. Never ever, it's dead.
If they don't like it, go back to where they come.
It is a big idea.
No, we don't need them.
A new world order. By 1990, no Australian child will be living in poverty.
Right.
You should shell out. There you go.
You look homeless. You actually look homeless.
That's it, man. If I stood at the front of the house and just begged, I would have been out of place.
You actually look homeless. Because it's the beard that makes you look homeless.
Just what? You insinuating bums don't have, shavers?
Yeah. Didn't you see me, Johnny, my profile, my passport photo? Surely you would have seen my passport photo.
You look like a Colombian drug lord, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you might have changed. Oh, I remember talking about it.
Alright, I'll see if I can find the photo, man. Because my grandfather had passed away right before I got my passport photo done.
Yeah.
And I was growing the beard, and that's when I had the long hair as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've talked about it before, like on an earlier episode.
Yeah, I remember you talking about it on the app.
Yeah. And, it was cutting too close to my travel time, and my mum was like, just fucking go and get the photo done, who cares? Like, you're not going to be able to book your flights for, Vietnam, because I had to send my passport, because I had to get a new passport, and then send it to the Vietnamese embassy in Canberra to get the stamp, for the, what's it called? The, visa.
Visa, yeah.
Yeah. So when I went and took the photo, it was one day after work, and I was exhausted, fucking been in the sun all day or some shit.
It looked like you were whacked out of your mind on.
Dude, yeah. I've just got this massive fucking beard. And now, when I travel, anywhere I travel now with my passport, it's fucked, man.
This is not you.
Yeah, do you know why? Because when I got back from Europe in 2010, I had the blonde hair, and my license had to be renewed the day I got back.
Yeah.
So I've done 30 hours of transit, gone straight to Vic Roads at 8 in the morning to get my license renewed. I've got blonde hair, piercings, just
Drug lord.
stubble, Yeah.
Drug lords.
My passport has got fucking this long-haired, bearded dude, looks like he's fucking from Afghanistan. Yeah, and that's the idea that I was travelling with, man. Actually, it was the worst when Nick and I went in 2011, because when we'd gone, the only idea I had was the driver's license. I had a fork license on me, and I had a shaved head in the fork license, and the passport where I had fucking massive mop of hair.
Chalk and cheese.
Yeah, and I had a Colombian haircut the entire trip. It's 4 different people, man. The fucking jackal.
Speaking of beards, I read an interesting thing the other day which made me actually really happy. It was if you have little flecks of red through your beard, which I do have, it means that you have Irish ancestry.
I've got little specks of red.
You have Irish ancestry, my friend.
I hardly doubt that.
You do, apparently, according to this study.
I thought red hair was a abnormality.
It's on Facebook.
I've got one.
It must be true then.
I had 1 or 2 on my chin.
If it's on Facebook and that's it, it's confirmed.
It was a proper, legitimate study.
It's confirmed. It's on Facebook. You know what I mean?
So I was just that brings me one step closer to Conor McGregor.
So wait, now you're Welsh.
I'm basically related to Conor McGregor.
So you're Welsh, Irish, and English, and Scottish.
UK baby.
You're all about Great Britain. You're all over it,
man.
You're all over it. What's news, Bobby? What's been happening?
Big week for all of us, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. We missed an episode. We had a family.
Missed an episode, family issues, and it was
weird.
A bit of a dark week for all of us.
I was just going to say, it's been 2 weeks since we sat down here.
Yeah, I missed it.
It's actually 2 weeks.
I missed it.
I felt empty with it.
We normally don't go 2 weeks. We usually do 10 days or 9 days. We might miss the Wednesday for whatever reason, and then we try and catch up before that, but it's actually been 2 weeks. It's probably the longest break we've had.
And I've seen you once, just briefly at work.
Yeah, I know, that's why it's strange. Passing. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
It's I didn't feel right not being here.
It's not right.
A part of me was missing, boys.
Yeah, no, it is. I look forward to it. This is my only break. I get 1 day off a week. This is my day off, and I enjoy it.
Seeing your beautiful faces on a Wednesday just brings me joy and happiness.
What's wrong with you, man? I'm just only during now. Like, I'm sorry.
Does it make you giggle inside?
Makes me feel warm and
I haven't
fuzzy
really
inside.
slept. I'm just what? It's just
It's true, man. I love you guys. I love the energy I get from you guys. It's good.
Energy. This guy's sitting there looking for drugs in his bag.
legit. Like,
Yeah, I love that.
my last fucking pill. Fucking hell.
But yeah, nah, big.
I love you guys. You make
There's gonna be another one down here somewhere.
I look up from the bag like, what the fuck's he on about?
He's got his nasal spray and the pills. He's just...
He's starting to get that panic look about him because he can't find that extra pill.
Oh, yeah, go. It's fine.
Oh, he's all right now.
Anyway, yeah, what were you saying before? Sorry,
Yeah, nah. So it was
been a big week.
bit of a big week for all of us, and I had like a bit of a life-changing week as well. Finally made a big decision in my life.
Went from jockeys to boxers.
Loosen them up a bit.
Yeah, man.
It's not restrictive
He's
anymore.
not adapting to the boxer shorts.
It's taking a while.
My wang's just flopping all over the place, and I still feel right.
Of course, okay, that was a reference. So fair enough.
Mate, you started that one.
I set that one up. It's my fault.
I wasn't planning on any dick jokes this week, and you lured me into
No,
it.
it's my fault.
You lured me into the dick joke.
Lured me into the dick joke, bro.
I could be talking about like Windexing the windows in my car, and you'd find a way to reference
Yeah,
it.
he'd say, you can polish your knob.
That was a good one. I like it.
You're a dick.
Nah, life-changing week for me, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm still
Yeah.
looking for drugs.
Yeah, I don't care. He's really scrounging
Fuck off,
now.
man. I haven't slept.
Bobby's trying to tell his life-changing moment, and this guy's rambling through his bag going, oh, fuck, I think I left it.
Shut up.
Talk to us, Bobby.
I found one. It's enough.
Talk to us, Bobby.
Go.
I can't do it now. You've thrown me off.
I'm sorry, man.
Nah. After 3 years of trying very hard in my current relationship, I've finally ended my relationship with my girlfriend.
Fuck.
So it's a bit sad, but
Huge,
also
big
a
change.
Good thing at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys will stay mates.
Yeah.
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 What's changed the most, man?
We've been getting along way better.
Is it one of
man.
these cases where you're better off being good friends than in a relationship? Yeah.
Definitely. And I'm so glad we can do it that way. Like, you know, couples, like, they break up and then they hate each other and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
that was the last thing I wanted. Like,
I leave here every fucking week and I hate you cunts, man.
oh,
You don't need to break up.
He drives off, fucking assholes.
Fucking cunts, man.
Takes off.
He's hey! Just whips him on the way out.
Just a hip and shoulder. Fuck was that for? Shut up.
yeah. But yeah, no bad feelings for either of us. Like,
That's good, man.
I don't want to say anything bad about her. It's
No.
just a case of, like,
Try to make it work and that's it.
try to make it work and we're just too different. Like, you know, we had an unexpected baby come along and tried to make it work, you know, for the sake of her, and then came to the realization that it was just better off being mates now.
Well, regardless, because you've got a little one, you're going to have a relationship with her
Exactly.
regardless. So you might as well be mates and make it work that way. Then, yeah.
And we both want it to be good for her. Like, we want to
Absolutely.
still have good energy.
She's,
Like,
she's 3.5, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ask any child to divorce
Yeah.
what it's like watching their parents go for fucking 20 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of brawling. This is the most healthy thing.
Yeah, I've actually been hanging out with my mum a lot since it happened.
Yeah.
And she said straight up, she's like, if you're not happy, it's the best thing you can do, because I stayed with your dad and put you kids through seeing us fight all the time. Like, that's my worst memories of being a kid, is my parents were always fighting.
Yeah, no shit, man.
Like, I just have terrible memories, man. Like, just hiding out in my room while they fight and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it was the worst thing ever. So I didn't want that for my little girl. And yeah, ever since making the decision to do it, it's just like, everything's just turned out really well. Like,
On both sides, like you and...
yeah, initially not so much with her. Like, she was resisting at the start and was trying to make it a little bit complicated and hard, but had this big, massive chat with her and just laid everything out, and she's come really cool about it.
Cool. That's good, man.
Yeah, man.
Good, man. As long as you
Both feel a bit free and you both, you know...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna, you know, she's
Bobby. Bobby's back.
It was just a little bit of bad energy, like,
Yeah.
with Indy, and like Indy was sensing it.
Yeah.
And the tipping point was we had like a bit of a heated argument, and I saw like how much it affected Indy, and that was like what made me just go bang and just make the decision.
Bit the bullet and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna share her completely, half, and
Absolutely, man.
you know, it'll grow our bond with her, like, personally with both of us.
Yeah.
You know.
How are you gonna? What are you gonna do now? Like when it comes to hoarding your soaps and your oils and shit, you can't use your missus as the fallback.
You have to go by yourself.
Get a lock on the cupboard in the
And your Radox bath fucking soap and shit.
Did you see him?
He's gonna put his name on there, like
Radox. That's harsh, bro. Not Radox. Patchouli and lavender, bro.
what the fuck, Julian?
Maybe you might want to tee up like your sister or something to get you a membership card at the body shop or something.
All of a sudden he joins Fernwood.
On the low.
Yeah, it's like, he walks in, he's got like the scented candles, the lavender, the fucking oils.
Oh, Bobby, you're back.
Yeah, it's just like a big night with your missus. Yes.
Yeah.
Date night.
He's still using a card.
Bobby's like, have you got the lavender? No, sorry, we're out of stock. Damn. she really liked that one.
Hey man, I had to find something.
Walks out all mopey.
You reference your dick. I'm going to find something. I'm going to take the piss out of you.
I'm used to it. It's all right.
Yeah. 10 minutes.
Bobby pulled his heart out for 10 minutes.
All right, now shut up.
You've had
Something about sports and fighting.
Something masculine
and
now.
drugs and beards.
And now the sport. Demetrius. Onto the sport.
Did you see the breaking thing in the Mayweather McGregor thing?
Mayweather came out and said, I'm coming out of retirement just to fight him. And
officially.
to fight him.
So it's going to happen.
Your ancestor. Well, we're tracing off your ancestor.
My Irish brother.
That sounded more Scottish, dude.
No, I was going to say that was, yeah.
I'm terrible with accents.
No, he's out of retirement now, and he just keeps, now he's just fucking.
You want to do it? Let's do it.
Now it's gone the other way around. Now he's taunting him like big time.
Yeah.
Like, go, like I'm
Look,
I'm
as
here.
much as I like McGregor, Mayweather is a boxer. And they're going to be boxing. Do you know what I mean? Like, McGregor's got skill to fight, but...
Yeah, let's do a men's double tennis tournament. I'm getting Cristiano Ronaldo. Why?
Yeah.
He's the best.
Yeah, he's an
soccer player.
athlete.
He's the best soccer player. Surely the skills transfer over to the net.
It's a pretty sweet boxer, though, McGregor.
Yeah, I know, but Mayweather...
Yeah, but he doesn't strike like a boxer. He strikes like a martial artist.
Yeah, he's got a good left hand. His left hand is amazing.
But maybe that'll be the thing that catches Mayweather off guard.
Dude, how many stars...
How many boxers haven't been able to hit him? Maybe something mixed up a bit will knock his little...
Yeah, but Diaz got it... Yeah, it's true. But Mayweather is an accomplished boxer.
Yeah.
That's the thing. McGregor's going to have to do some serious training. Like, to watch videos and do studies on him and everything. Because it's just different.
Was Mayweather in the Olympics at all? Like, before he went pro?
Let me have a look. Let me look up his stats. I've never looked up Mayweather stats.
I was just going to say, because I know he's got 49 wins, but they're professional wins, right?
Yeah.
Has anyone actually beaten him, ever? Like, even as an amateur?
Let's have a look.
Because you can't go in the Olympics unless you're an amateur, right? That's a rule.
Joe Rogan says it'll be the biggest, pay-per-view thing in history.
No doubt.
Oh, yeah, no, it will. Man, how much money they'd make off that? Mayweather pack? What the hell was that?
Probably like a possum or a rat.
You can't escape the possums and the rats, man.
No matter where we go, we take them with us.
Dude, he did. Atlanta. Went to the Olympics in Atlanta, represented obviously the States. He got bronze in featherweight.
So he lost?
Yeah, but that's the only loss he's had.
One loss as an amateur.
His boxing record, 49 fights, 49 wins, 26 by KO. Dude, come on. Like, as much as I love McGregor, I reckon he's amazing. And I haven't really looked into Mayweather that much. Like, I know him, obviously, as a fighter and blah, blah, blah. But Mayweather's, I don't know, man.
Do you reckon there's an Olympic event where, like, there are almost no participants? We could just tee up and get a spot on the roster?
Done. Let me look it up.
No, I'm being serious.
I'm being serious.
You know, like, well, the one when it was an episode when Arthur was here, it was probably the last one as well, we were talking about before. We were talking about how they added all those Olympic events, like golf and trampolining and all that other shit.
Yeah, I was saying there should be skateboarding. I think. I recall.
Or there is skateboarding. Isn't there?
No, not in the Olympics.
I don't know. Whatever we're saying.
Yeah.
But do you reckon there's, like, some shit kind of event that no one even thought to, like, send a rep to? There's, like, 3 flag bearers, like someone from Iran, someone from, Uzbekistan and...
Modern pentathlon.
Bolivia. I'm just wondering.
Dude, we can play handball.
Nah, man, handball's hard. Dude, handball's hard, man. You need fucking stamina for handball.
Cycling, BMX, canoe sprint.
Have you seen the cyclists?
What about downball?
Downball.
Remember that at primary school?
Dude, did you play downball? Did you have taps? Where, like, they'd pelt it at you and you could tap it up. You had one flick.
No.
No one ever.
We had that.
Our areas.
We
man.
had that.
Oh.
Because it gives you time to line it up.
It gives you time, like, so the game's not over in 3 hits.
So if they hit it to you, you can tap it once and then snake it back.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, we never had that.
Like, consider it like a volleyball thing. You know how in volleyball you get 3 touches before you got to spike it back over?
We
had
one.
taps.
Yeah, I
we
get
had
it,
one.
yeah. Nah, never.
Dude, it was crazy.
No one ever, I swear to God, everyone I ask, no one ever knew about
we had the
it except
hybrid
us.
game.
And and you know why? I remembered it because we'd go into school or whatever, for whatever reason, if we were ever at someone else's school or a bunch of kids, you know, at a house party or something, right?
Oh, you try and bring your rules over.
Say me and this guy were there, right? We'd start playing and we'd ask the other guy, "Oh, we playing with taps or what? Like, what's taps?" Like,
Taps, huh?
Are you serious? So we'd demonstrate like what it was like, and they'd be like, "Whoa,
that is cool."
You think about it. Imagine if someone sends the ball at you, right? Remember how like in foursquare, like
foursquare,
you hit it back, right? With taps, it enabled you to flick it up and get as low as you can and just fucking pelt it.
Yeah, that's cool.
No,
Hybrid,
dude,
man.
It was fucked.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it must be a southeast thing.
It must be areas, man. Because that man, rallies would go forever,
dude.
And your fingernails, man. You
from the concrete.
I still remember. I still remember being. I still remember being in my primary school. It'd be King versus Jack. So you're on that diagonal. Man, you'd have the back corner, and you'd just be fucking. Your hand would wind up, man. And
just a deep backcourt rally.
Your nails, like you said,
your nails and here on the side of your hand as well.
You'd get your nails would be tearing up off the ground, man.
It'd be a pride thing in our schoolyard, man, because like. I smashed you in downball. Don't fuck around.
I couldn't
downball champ over here, bitch.
Now.
Yeah, no. Can you imagine that, dude? I can't get that low.
Can you imagine doing that now?
Nah, I do my knees just to keep my hips.
I swear to God, let's get a tennis ball and we'll go out and play like foursquare or something.
It'd seriously be like just us upright, just bouncing the ball to each other,
slaps, awkward slaps. Like we're all our aunts, playing, like never played
because you try and get as low as you can,
dude. Your body,
you skin it.
It'd be like watching a figure skater, man. You just get down and low where your chest was practically touching the ground, dude.
Yeah, man.
You have the dragon stance, like the serpent.
Because we took it to red comps. School and everything.
Yeah, man. Jack, Queen,
like
King,
school, wasn't it?
Jack, Queen, King, Dunce.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, the best rallies were always King versus Jack, as the diagonal. Or sometimes you get the King would get dethroned, get sent to Dunce, and he'd be on a mission. He'd be like, "Oh, fuck this." He just starts tearing everyone apart. It was the best, man.
And then you see Bobby in the distance while the competition's going on. Bobby's on his hopscotch.
Dude, I was the downball champion. Don't even go there.
Because you had low center of gravity, so you can like get down and you would have loved our school, man.
Tabs.
Actually, what that reminds me of, the fucking Olympics, like man, this week has been like, I haven't slept like at all for like a week, like literally a week. I haven't slept. They caught me at Wavos, those guys selling shit. You know, the kiosks.
I copped one of those this week.
This time it was like I was in rare form, man. I was fucked. It was for the Special Olympics.
Yep.
Or like it wasn't even Special Olympics. It was kids. It was like little. The guy was trying to explain it to me, and I said, "So you're telling me it's like little lats for kids with IDs and special needs?" Yeah. That's right. I'm like, oh, he could have just said that. It would have saved me like a whole lot of time.
He didn't even know what he was doing.
Yeah. Right. And he starts like selling his thing, and I go. The first thing I asked was, can I volunteer to be at any one of these events? Because he's like, we rely on so much for donations, and there are X amount of volunteers, blah, blah, blah. I see if I took a photo. Yeah. Pretty sure I took a photo of like the stats, because this became like a big thing, man. Like, I just shaved my head as well. Like, I was like
looking angry.
Yeah, I was fiery as fuck, man. Hang on.
Neo-Nazi over here.
No. Because this is what killed me. I'll tell you, this is what pissed me off, right? He goes, like I said, can you volunteer? He goes, they've got there's stuff in Ballarat and somewhere, like Warburton, and they go, is there anywhere to volunteer? Like, you tell me it's all in regional Victoria, like all these little lats. Oh no, these are just the ones I know about. Yeah, but you're selling whatever you're selling in fucking Mulgrave.
You should know the stats.
Surely you'd know something. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm like, all right. And so I was about to walk away when he said, you can get on the website and they've got all the information there for volunteering. And I said, all right, cool. What's the website? He's like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, sweet. So I took a photo of the website and I walked off. I was about to walk off. I was like, so what I'm doing today is blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, here we go. I go,
the spiel.
What do you want?
The spiel.
Yeah. Dude, I'm carrying groceries and
Jim's
shit.
teeth just grinding.
I was like, what is it? he was putting it like with his fucking script, like in his stupid little quirky jokes. I'm like, oh, dude, just get to the point. He said, this is what it costs to run these little lats. And it's got this fucking big, like, A3 piece of paper with pictures and numbers, yeah?
Yep.
I'm like, uh-huh. Okay, so what we're doing is we're selling raffle tickets to... Okay, so what's the prize? And they're like 8 or 10 fucking massive homes up in the Gold Coast somewhere.
Oh,
in Brisbane.
yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah.
Like fully furnished. They're worth like...
Over $1 million.
Dude, I wrote the numbers down because it was pissing me off.
It's like when you see on TV, they do the home lotteries. And they do the houses, and you buy a ticket for like $100 or $200.
Man, I'm spewing that I didn't fucking write it down. Surely I've got to have it written down because these numbers are like I was losing it.
You'd be shattered if you like spent $100 grand on lottery tickets and still lose.
Yeah,
you'd lose it, man. Like
I wrote it down somewhere just because I was so like flabbergasted. Anyway, and he says, "Oh, what we're doing is we're bribing people." Yeah, but
good word.
Right, you have to buy these fucking tickets, and I'm like, okay, so hang on, where are these houses coming from? And he goes, and how much is it? And then he said, outside of the houses, there was also cash prizes once every like month. So basically, every 3 to 6 weeks, something was given away to like a ridiculous number. Right? These properties were worth like 800, like a 1 point something mil or some stupid amount. Yeah. I'm like, all right, man. Okay, first things first. Let's just figure out. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, so let me just have a look at this fucking graph that you got here, right? With all the pictures of the kids and shit, right? Because I'm all for fundraising. Like, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, hang on, man. This doesn't make any fucking sense.
When you're telling
Okay, let me just have a look at this thing, right? So there's a picture. It says it costs $3,000 to run one young athletes program for children aged between 2 and 8 with an ID for 12 weeks, right? It's got all these prices for shit, yeah? At this point, the other guy that was working with him came over as well because he saw me, like, kicking up a fuss. Like, not even kicking up a fuss, just asking questions.
Yeah, coming over for backup.
And this guy was like... the only way I can describe him was like a pretty boy English backpacker who thought, like, he was the shit.
He's standard.
Like 20-year-old, like, tall and shit with, like, girly features. And I'm just looking at him, and they're like trying to defend it, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, okay, I'm just asking questions. I go, okay, can I have that graph? Okay, let's do some maths. Can't be bothered doing maths. I'm like, can't be bothered doing maths. Like, I'm a potential client here. Okay, would you like to tell your employer that you couldn't be doing maths because you couldn't be bothered?
You get the extra unit to make the sale.
I'm asking questions which may lead to a sale. Yeah. You can't be bothered. And he just sort of shut up. And he's like, ugh. And he just kept mumbling, right? Get this, yeah? Okay, these are the standard costs they've run up, yeah?
Yeah.
And this is when I started cracking it, right? What do you reckon it costs to buy one athlete, so one kid in this little ath thing, a uniform for the competition?
I'd say about...
So, like, what would you say? Shorts,
shoes,
like a t-shirt, like, you know, with the insignia on it, and a fucking hat, and...
Well, I'm looking back to when I played football, because that's...
okay, hang on. Yeah. There's a difference between you playing footy for a local club with sponsors and different doing Little Aths, which is like a 12-week program. Like, you wouldn't wear, like, Adidas sponsored shit. No, it wouldn't be branded. It'd just be like school uniform. You know your school uniform?
Just the shittiest of the shit with a print on it.
Yeah. What do you reckon it costs to clothe a kid between 2 and 8 years old, according to these guys?
$150.
$30.
Okay, you say it costs $30, or is that what they're charging?
Costs.
Okay, let me ask you. What do you reckon? What do you reckon the real world cost is, and what do you reckon they're charging? According to this,
you reckon about $30?
$30 real world.
I reckon it's about $50 to $60, and they're charging like $150 to $200.
Yeah, charging. I'm pretty much.
This is what I said to the guy. Right? Yeah. He goes, according to their document, it costs $250 to buy one athlete a uniform for competition.
Make it pure silk.
For Egyptian cotton.
I can get it printed cheaper than that, and I wouldn't be buying in bulk. Dude, and you're telling me it costs $250 to clothe a 5-year-old?
Dude, the guy at Southland does the printed hats for like $6. Go there.
It costs our basketball team, man. The rookies, when we started the basketball team, our singlets and our shorts cost less than $40 or something.
Adult size as well.
$50, and that's a lot more material with the same branding. Okay, fuck off.
$250. Where do they pull that on from?
Okay, let's just do some maths. Okay, and out of all these things, right, because it costs this much to hire a softball field for one training session. It costs this much to register a Special Olympics athlete. It costs this much to enter a 10-pin bowling competition. Like, all random costs, attributing to the running costs of this thing, yeah?
Bowling, I love bowling.
I said, let's just take the bare numbers, yeah? Okay, as a fucking experiment, okay, let's just take the bare numbers. Yeah. Okay, it says here it costs $170 to provide a Special Olympics athlete with an eye, ear, and foot check. Okay, that's an important one.
Okay, yeah,
I'm just going to assume, $170 to see a specialist, which is about right.
The kid is okay.
Yeah, which is about right. Yeah. You see a specialist, it's usually about $150 to $250. Yeah. And okay, you do that, say, 4 times a year. Yeah, every quarter. So, like, I tallied that up on my phone. I was just doing these all, like, running, man. And the guy that was talking to me originally, he was, like, starting to go white. And the taller English guy just looked confused, like, annoyed that I was actually asking questions. Okay,
don't normally get this.
Let's take the 85 that it costs to register a Special Olympics athlete for a year, okay, because registration's inevitable. Let's take the 250 that it takes to buy one athlete a uniform.
The Egyptian cotton uniform, yeah.
And it says it costs $300 to transport a team to a local competition. Like, okay, because the parents wouldn't fucking take anyone. Whatever, man. Like, it was just all this crap, yeah? I took those bare numbers and then, okay, how many people have you got in the whole thing? And he gave me the numbers for, like, the amount of kids involved. Special Olympics Australia have over 3,000 athletes participating in 14 sports. We have just under 2,500 volunteers, averaging 4.5 hours a week of their time. And he was like, we were trying to get that number up to 5 and blah, 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 blah. So I did the maths, and the number, the key number was like 500 million or something, right? Like some big number. I'm like, that's a big number. Now, who the fuck are the group where are these properties coming from, right? Like these ones up north. And he said, the properties come fully furnished and the rates are paid off for a year. Okay, what am I going to do with that property after the year? I go, I can't afford to pay my rent, let alone another property. I'd be selling that like tomorrow. Like, what's your point?
There's a clause in there.
Like, hang on, man. Yeah, thered be a clause. You can't resell it, guaranteed.
Not for a certain, like 5 years or 10 years.
And I said, who the fuck are the people running this, like, who are the people that are donating in the goodness of their hearts? Who are the
Freemasons.
Who are the people donating all these properties? And he said it's called the Mater Group, M-A-T-E-R. I looked into them briefly, but I didn't look them up completely. I thought I'd leave it for this, just to do it.
The Mater Group.
Yeah, M-A-T-E-R. Right, and they're selling their prize homes. I go, who the fuck are they? And the guy goes, they're a big organisation in Queensland and I think something New South. He goes, they basically own all the hospitals, a lot of real estate, and a lot of what was the other thing? Construction.
Of course it's construction.
Okay, hang on a second, man. Okay, you need $500 million or whatever based on the numbers, you want 5,000 volunteers and you've got so many kids you want to clothe and get to sport. And I did the numbers there and there because I had all the figures. It's going to cost, let's say, 500 mil or whatever it was, right? And then the guy's like, okay, you've got the Mater Group who's got their fingers in, like, every hospital. Because the words he used was, basically, if you're ever born in, like, Queensland or somewhere, you probably went through one of their hospitals, guaranteed.
Yeah.
So these guys have got pockets of real estate everywhere. They own construction, and they own the hospitals. So all these kids are going to see the specialists in their fucking hospitals. You think 8 properties worth 800,000 each are fucking anything to the Mater Group? Okay, how many tickets let me ask you, how many tickets have you fucking sold in the last hour? They just went quiet. And I'm like, but I'm seeing your badge and their lanyards had Mater Group employee contractor things on it. Dude. But you're getting paid by this group to be out here. Okay, what do you think the concession is that they're getting for the fact that you're out here doing charity work? What do you reckon they're getting back in levies? What do you think they're fucking claiming against tax? What do you think? Well, you think, okay, 500 million to me and you is a lot of money. It's like shit ton of money. But to this mob, okay,
drop in the ocean.
Take the 10 board of directors. I guarantee you they played nude poker with a stack that big last Saturday.
Yep.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, okay, don't you see the problem? What do you mean? I'm like, and then I started going off about Alan Clark.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what do you think his fucking CEO is? And they're like, what? Okay, it's over 50 million a year. Okay, that's the CEO's salary. And I said, take him and 10 of his mates, 50 million times 10, and he's just sort of staring at me. Like, the English guy was like staring at me like, oh, what's the answer? And the other guy was just like, yeah, okay, I get what you're saying.
Oh, I'm fucked.
I'm like, if you got Alan Clark and 10 of his fucking mates, 10 of his bowling fucking partners, all right, if you got them to donate a year's salary, the Special Olympics will be
Sorted.
running swimmingly for the next fucking decade.
Sorted.
Yeah. I go, you're asking me to buy like X amount of tickets. Let's say I buy 100 tickets, or $100 worth of tickets. That's nowhere near enough to get one of these kids to fucking...
Nowhere near. It'll buy them a shoe.
But you know what? If I bought $100 worth of tickets today, I would notice it. To the point where I won't eat food for the next fucking week. Until my next paycheck.
But Alan Clark's in there having lobster.
And I said to him, I go, let me ask you a question. I go, I'm not going to ask you what you make, but would you notice, would your life be significantly different if you had to sacrifice a year's salary? And he's like, yeah, I guess. I go, yeah. I go, if you were making $50 million a year minimum, after how many years would you be set for life? He's like, 1. I'm like, okay. Then how much would it be a big ask? Do you think Alan Clark or any of these heads would notice $50 million sacrificed from their fucking wages for 3 years? Well, no. I'm like,
there you go. You're getting it now.
Yeah.
Fucker.
And the wheel turns. I mean, I just cracked out.
Dude,
like,
that is so awesome. I wish I was there.
Okay, this is a fucking
I wish I was there to
joke.
see that. That is
Well, look at this. I did a bit of research on the
Later.
on the Royal Melbourne Hospital Home Lottery, and you can win a $2.8 million home in Glen Iris plus 50 grand cash. Tickets have been sold out. There goes that idea.
How many tickets do they sell?
I don't know. It just says order tickets
Dude,
here.
50
and it's
grand
sold
on a
out.
$2.8 million house in where, Glen Iris?
Glen Iris.
Say, what do you reckon the rates are on that, man?
I wouldn't be able to afford the rate.
10K?
Yeah.
Oh shit, no one thinks about
5K?
that, do they?
Yeah. I could get fucked. Are you joking?
And there'd be a clause in there where you couldn't rent it out. You'd have to live in it for a certain period of time.
Yep.
And you couldn't sell it for like 10 years or whatever it would be.
Yeah, there'd
almost
be
be a
some
hindrance.
fucked up clause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So, like, were they all deflated when you walked away?
yeah, man. The British guy more or less gave up, like a little, like.
He's
After
like,
I started saying that.
I'm just a backpack. I don't need this.
Yeah. The other guy was like, look, mate, you're entitled to your opinion. I go, it's not my opinion, it's fact. I go, that's why I asked to do the numbers in front of you.
What it is.
Look, mate, you're entitled to think what you want. I'm like, do you even think what I want?
I just told you, motherfucker.
I'm thinking what you're telling me, man.
You employ a mate group.
If I'm wrong, tell me. He's like, I'm like, oh, whatever, man. See you later.
Yeah, dick.
I just
so
walked
cool,
off.
man.
couldn't be
Like I
fucked.
said, I'd rather give my time, and if I could give cash, I would.
And that's the thing. The first thing I said to him was, and I repeated it back to him. I go, mate, look, he goes, oh, if you don't want to, give money if you haven't got
It's not
anything,
the
it's fair
point.
enough.
It's
I go,
not.
it's not the point. I go, the first thing I asked you was, is there any way for me to volunteer my time?
Because I would go down on a Friday or a Saturday and just help out.
I said,
I'll be the
first
canteen leader. I don't care. I'll go help out
Yeah.
and just do something to make someone else's life easier.
Exactly what I said, because the British guy arced up and said that, and I pointed at the other guy, I go, mate, wasn't the first thing I asked you, is there anywhere I can do volunteer? He's like, yeah, get on the website. The conversation would have been over there.
Yeah.
That's it.
But you were trying to sell me these fucking tickets I can't afford for shit that could easily be solved
like that. So easily.
Get fucked.
Trying to cash checks that your mouth can.
Yeah. Your mouth right checks your ass can cash. That's it, man.
So true though, man. Like these cunts. Like, just how about you pay for it?
Yeah, but this cunt's tap dancing for the Mater group.
Yeah, for the Mater
and he's
group.
talking about me buying more fucking tickets. Like, dude, I don't have any fucking money.
And he has no idea. He hasn't researched
No.
it like you just did in front of him.
Yeah, man.
Within 5 minutes, you told him everything there is to know, and he's like,
Actually, you know what you like as well, man? I couldn't sleep last night. I went for a drive. Like, I don't know what time it was, man. I got back. I got the idea, I should check my mail. Like, at 4 in the morning or whatever. Like, yeah, I'll check my mail. And there was a fucking folded up A4 paper. Like, no envelope, no nothing. I should have brought it in just so you guys can see.
was it
yourself.
appraisal your place?
I took a photo of it, though. I sent it to my cousin because I was, like, losing it. Right? Dude, it looked like this. Type font, yes.
Yes, very, very.
Excuse
Oh
me.
yes, very official. And
It's very official.
Is it one of those Nigerian scams?
Dude, it just got the date. It just says, dear property owner, I sold number, whatever in this building for more than this sum within a week of listing it.
Yeah, right.
I was listed with other agency for more than few months without any result. I received around 37 inquiries so far. There are 5 buyers still interested to buy for almost the same price or maybe more. Please call if interested, particularly one buyer if looking to buy ASAP. Sincerely, and then this dude from some real estate agent in Hampton Park.
oh,
I saw that, and I just
Such a generic
I'm like, this is the I can't be
and the
fucked.
target.
So at 4 in the morning, whatever, I took a photo of it and sent it back to him, like to the number, and I just wrote.
Do you know how to get everyone this week?
Dude, I just
just setting fires everywhere. I live in Melbourne.
Next step is death.
I
I'm
just
gonna die.
My mailbox has a big no junk mail label on it, indicating I do not wish to receive advertising material. Seeing as you clearly can't read or respect my wishes, I doubt I'd pen you in to sell my fucking house.
Oh, nice.
Fuck off, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
No junk mail. What does that fucking say? I don't want junk mail.
So the enemy list of this week is the Meta Group
Dude.
and the real estate. Real estate.
There's one guy from the real estate agent.
Oh god!
I can't be fucked.
Has he ever been in your building?
I don't know, man.
Has he ever seen it?
So as in, like, people struggle to sell. People are not buying these days. Like, what are you going to buy?
It's not a
buyer's market. It's not. Like, and this guy's like, oh, I've got inquiries and everything. No, you don't, you fucking liar.
The price listed is actually about 40,000 less than what I paid for.
Exactly.
Because that's how much the property's dropped.
So he's trying to outsmart people that actually live in the building that apparently don't know what their property is worth. You know what I mean? Like, fuck off, man.
Seriously, man.
Oh.
Seriously.
Fucking UN.
Speaking of homes, I'm going to be homeless soon.
Yeah, you'll be right. I'll put you up here if you want for a little bit. I'm serious.
In HQ?
Wherever, man.
HQ.
In that cupboard over there.
No, because the couch is coming and it's a fold-out bed.
No, I'm not going to sleep here, dude. Like, I wouldn't, no. Not because, like,
trying to say about my place.
No, not in that way, because I just wouldn't do that. Like, it's your place, man. Like,
give a fuck, man. Rent free.
No, I'm not going to be homeless. Like, my mum offered me to go stay there. Like, that's an option, but it is.
Nah, you'll be right. You'll find somewhere.
Get on the McGregor noodles, man. Just start gourmeting up the McGregor noodles.
Out of the paper cups. Just
thinking about going home maybe for a bit.
Back to the gully. You know, can I give you one word of advice?
Gully boys gone. Can't get the word out of gully.
Let me give you one word of advice. If you go to the gully, you're never coming back out.
Oh, you reckon that'll be it?
Mate, I am telling you.
I'll tell you what, I reckon the Slothman will come out and you'll just be sitting on your mum's couch with your feet curled over the
You'll be going to work. You'll be going to work and stuff, but I'm telling you, you'll set yourself back 2-3 years. I'm not even joking. When I went back home, the whole chain of reaction, man, like, I didn't leave again for, like, ages.
Just became comfortable?
Dude.
Well, think about it, yeah. Like,
home comforts again and all that stuff.
Monetary-wise, like, no, won't be spending anything.
Yeah, I know, dude, but that's the thing. We come from houses where you wouldn't be spending anything. Like, there are people that have to pay, like, X amount of board and X amount for this and X amount for that.
My mum would refuse to take money from me. Yeah. Refuse,
dude,
like, flat
out. Greeks are like that, man.
She wouldn't even let me, like, buy dinner.
Dude, Wogs have got, like, that's what, I reckon that was probably one of the biggest cultural shocks, man. You know, when you'd finish high school or whatever, and, like, Aussie kids would be like, oh, I've got to start paying board now, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what are you talking about? What board?
When I moved out at 20, the whole family were like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to be independent. I want to see what it's like to, you know. And then, they were just all in shock. Like, why do you want to leave?
Yeah.
Like, you got to.
Why would you leave?
Why would you leave?
Yeah.
Stay home and save money.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, but I want to experience the world. I want to see things in my eyes.
Yeah.
You know?
People always said that about me, like, moving back home, hypothetically, like, to, you know, get ahead of my finances. I'm like, for what, man? I go, I'm still going to be paying everything else. I go, but this time I go, I'll be back in the little box that I was in for the fucking first, you know, how many years of my life. Like, I'm not saying that, you know, my parents aren't cool or whatever, but just like...
Yeah. I mean, you can stay there for a couple of weeks just to get your shit together, but don't stay there for more than, like, 2-3 months, because you will not leave.
Yeah.
And back to the gully, man, really?
Yeah, I know, the gully.
Dude, Bayside, man, Bayside.
You've got the opportunity to move anywhere you want now.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
No, like, really?
Yeah.
Like, you could go anywhere you want.
Yeah.
You know, set yourself up
Hobart.
however you want.
Launceston.
Hobart? Oh, lovely Tassie.
Tasmania.
Get on the Spirit and just never look back.
Spirit, never look back. He just looks
We're at the docks, just here, man, up the road.
with a sign, hashtag that's not right.
Or bust. He leaves next Wednesday. We're all, like, coming here to meet up. He's like, oh, sorry, but he's got a detour first.
Yeah, I've got a detour. Look, I'll give you a buzz.
Check his Facebook account or his Instagram. He's just like, so long, Melbourne. What?
We're sitting here behind me and Dim rush down to the docks. Where are you going? Just wave. just a slow wave.
See you, boys.
Slow wave.
And the good thing is you can take the beast of a car you got because you can take it on the
You'd be sleeping in the car.
Yeah.
You'd move to Tassie and just live off the land. Like a hermit. There's actually a hermit popped up in the news.
Yeah?
Oh, fuck. I'm pretty sure I saved his name. Hang on. I was reading about him. I think it was in the States.
Of course he was.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. Shit, here's a whole bunch of notes I haven't fucking taken down.
Look, if I was you, I'd like I said, you can, go back to the gully, get yourself together, whatever. But it's going to be a big shock going from beach back to the gully. So I'm sure you can find a 1-bedroom apartment or whatever.
Something.
Yeah, man. Dude, I'll look it up for you. Realestate.com right now. I love realestate.com, man. I'm on it every day. I get updates and everything.
Nick just with his real estate dream.
Oh, dude. I'm all over it, man. All right, so...
here we go. Found him. The North Pond Hermit is in Scotland.
Oh, one of me brethren.
Scotland. Yeah. North Pond Hermit lived 27 years in a forest.
Oh, what a mad dog.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
He said he was a ghost at school or whatever. Then once he finished school, he just picked up and went into the forest. And he became, notorious because he would break into people's houses. Eventually, he moved up to breaking into people's houses just for, meager supplies, like tins of food or whatever. But they knew him because he never left anything, never stole anything of value, never left anything broken or, messy, replaced it as he found it.
Just took the meagering noodles.
Yeah. But he slept, man, out in something. He said he had a list of all the crap that he would normally accumulate, things that were of wealth to him, and made some sort of Jenny out of batteries. He slept in 4 sleeping bags at night, and that was it.
Sorry, boys.
No, that's all right. He slept in a sleeping bag, in 4 sleeping bags, but he said he only slept for 4 hours a night because if he lay still for longer than that, then the winters would give him hypothermia because he would be just lying there motionless.
Yeah, you have to move around.
The dew and shit would set in, and then he'd freeze to death. So he only slept. Yeah, but he was completely educated. He wasn't an idiot. He was aware. He didn't have an ID. He wasn't a psycho on drugs. Just lived this nomadic life as a hermit.
Wow, what a weird dude.
Yeah, I went through this weird trip the last 2 weeks, really. I mean, those notes are from fucking ages ago. But, what's it called? Yeah, I was reading about, hermits, people that have lived in the wilderness on their own, just left society.
Dimmy's, giving up on society. He's
just thinking about it. He's pondering. It's crossing his mind.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Seriously.
I'd be coming back for codeine pills and V's.
It's just scampering back into the CBD, then running back out.
Breaking into people's homes and just going into their medicine cabinets. That's the only thing he takes.
Actually, that's...
not jewellery, not money, just medicine cabinets. And maybe the occasional fridge.
Your chocolate bars, the Mars bar, man. Just
Chiquitos, man.
Yeah, Chiquitos. I still haven't bought one. I need to buy one.
Fuck Chiquitos.
Don't, man.
Oh, that reminds me. Tell me, I got a question, right? Because I'm the only person I know that feels this way about.
Here we go.
Tim Tams.
Not a fan.
You're not a fan? Oh my god, you're the first person I've come across that doesn't like Tim Tams.
I if it's there, if we go out visiting or someone pulls out a Tim Tam, I'll have it, but I don't actively go and buy. I've never ever gone out and actively bought Tim Tams.
My brother. First guy. I had a big conversation with one of my mates the other day. He offered me one, and I was like, no, I don't like them.
Yeah, I
love how this was literally a big conversation.
Yeah, it went for a while.
Tim Tams.
Talking
But wait, are we talking normal coated or double coated? No,
white chocolate.
Yeah.
He actually had the salted caramel ones, and the flavour was alright, but do you know what it is about them? It's the texture. It's a biscuit inside.
Yeah.
Something about that biscuit. I told him it was too sandy. It's like a block of sand.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I just never really...
I don't like them.
I've never...
But everyone seems to love them. Dimitri?
But why are you both glancing at just then, man?
But in all fairness, I'm more of a savoury person. I don't tend to go for sweets as well, pretzels and chips.
I know this guy,
I'm more savoury.
I know.
Give me twisties and that's it.
I was going to say, you know what? You just took the words out of my mouth. Twisties. I know if I've come to your house to watch the footy or something, and we've got twisties out, they'll get
destroyed. Twisties is a bomb, man.
Yeah.
Cheese flavour.
Yeah. It's just that's I'm a savoury person, so I've never really. I'll have a piece of chocolate or whatever.
Why that is? You're sweet enough.
That's right.
You know what's better
I'm all about the sweetness, baby.
Than cheese twisties? Cheezels.
Oh, Cheezels kill it, man.
Cheezels are good too.
Cheezels?
But that's what we do at footy. We have a bowl of twisties, bowl of Cheezels, and then later
chicken twisties and Cheezels.
And then later on, once we finish those, he'll bring out a pack of pretzels or something.
Yeah.
So that's what we...
And brie cheese, don't forget the brie.
Chocolate covered
Brie's on a special occasion when we get the bath salts out and stuff.
Shut up. I've never had chocolate covered pretzels.
Oh, they're brilliant. They came out. Do you know when these cunts released them? They released them just as I started training. More rats.
I like pretzels.
Yeah, no, dude, chocolate covered pretzels are the best thing you've ever had in your life. Literally.
Pretty amazing.
I'd throw them in on the last meals thing. Next to the ekmek.
Yeah.
Oh, ekmek cream with the chocolate covered pretzels. Fuck. Yeah, Tim Tams, man. I fucking love Tim Tams.
No, I thought you might.
Yeah, okay. But, do you let me finish that?
just throws him under the bus. You thought you might.
Hey, don't worry, man. You're with the majority. Nicholas is the only person.
Can you let me finish? Just look, you didn't even hear my thing. He's already rubbished me off. Like, yeah, he's a scumbag. Bye. What's next?
Yeah, you like Tim Tams. Fuck off.
Seriously. I get what you're saying about the texture, and that is the one thing I hate about Tim Tams is the texture because it's
you feel me
thick
on that.
chocolate. Yeah. Then you bite into it, you nearly break your teeth doing it, and it's got that sandy sort of finish.
That gritty fucking.
That's why I don't eat them in the traditional sense. I have
you
them
a coffee
away.
sucker? Suck them through the coffee?
Yeah. Tim Tam Slammer. My cousin in Mildura showed me how to do it when I was like 8 years old, and I was like, what the fuck? You bite the two ends off,
Suck the coffee out.
use it as a straw, and then straight down. It's all soft, man. It doesn't take much because it's that sandy, thin wafer.
It runs through. The liquid runs through.
Man, just slides down your throat real easy.
3 seconds, and it's soft. Dude, what?
It just slides down your throat real easy.
Yeah. Dude, I remember back in the day, man, if we were doing like a movie session or something at home, I would go and buy a 2-litre bottle of milk and like a packet of Tim Tams, man.
Oh, just straight through the milk?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, sweet.
Yeah. Like you make you pour up a glass of milk and use the Tim Tam as a straw.
Yeah.
And I'd finish. Man, if we left right now, I could have that for lunch.
Oh, because I've only heard of going through the coffee. I've never heard of
No, it's milk.
Yeah,
even
they make
cold
like a chocolate milkshake almost.
Even cold milk, man.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to disintegrate the Tim Tam.
I might like them like that.
Yeah, you might actually because it softens it up.
Yeah,
softens it up. But the only thing that I've ever been like a sucker for, as a sweet, would be like my grandparents used to always buy the wafers in the tins.
Yep.
The chocolate wafers.
The wog wafers. Yeah, man.
Dude, the cigars.
Yeah, the big tubes.
Dude, that's the only thing that I would like.
In like a purple
You know what?
tube.
They were a treat. You never had them.
They'd bring them out when visitors came.
Yeah,
and then
only when visitors
and then
came.
when you got your hands on them,
Oh
you'd,
my God.
you'd polish it off, and they'd be like, "What the hell? Where did it all go?"
Yeah.
You know what, man? I always wondered about that. Look, we're adults. Why don't I just go and buy a fucking tin of those like right now? And
We can. I've got some in my cupboard.
Yeah, you never think about doing shit like that, do you?
Yeah.
But,
Sometimes when I'm walking through Safeway or something, I'll see something on the shelf and I'm like, fuck, I've wanted those. Like, why am I buying them? I buy my meals now. You know?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Even ice cream. Like, why don't I just open a punnet of ice cream and start eating just for the fuck of it? I talk myself out of it.
You know
all
what?
the
You
time.
don't have to put it in a bowl because you're at home.
Yeah, I'm the only one eating
You're
from
the
it.
only one eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do I consistently and constantly talk myself out of buying all this shit, man? And doing it. Or, dude, I buy ice cream, it sits in my fridge for like 4 months.
Well, you don't maintain that lovely physique over there by...
I thought I had love handles. You said the last I remember? Love handles? I'm like, what the
Apart
fuck
from the little bit of love
You know what it
handle,
is?
the rest
No,
of
no.
it is
You know what it is?
delicious.
Because you shaved your head and he's looking at you like a brute.
Oh, big sexy brute.
You're an idiot.
Quick question.
Oh, actually, yes, go.
Oh, just quickly. With the real estate thing, how much do you pay now in rent at where you are?
Trying to remember
A
that
week.
first episode when we were doing the stats.
It's expensive.
How much?
It went up.
Because now, if you're going to be living on your own, let's say, you're going to need room, obviously, for your little one every now and then. But how much do you usually pay a week? What's your rate?
Well, so we have a housemate, right? So the entirety of the rent is $19.50.
A month.
Yes.
All right.
It went up.
So what's that? Like,
And it was split 3 ways, like...
geez, dude, that's about 500, just under 500 of a week.
Yeah, but it was split...
3 ways.
3 ways.
Yeah.
But I was paying my girlfriend share
Yeah,
as
so
well.
you were paying $250.
But now the housemate's... now the housemate's going to be leaving because she's my girlfriend's friend.
Yeah.
So it would just be me, so it'd be like $500 a week.
All right, well, you know, if you move down to like Seaford, Carrum,
Yeah, I know.
all that,
Heaps cheaper.
Dude.
2 suburbs away.
dude, 1-bedroom apartments, you can get them for like $250, $220. Like, but stuff that you can maintain. I mean, there's 2-bedroom townhouses here for $300 in Seaford on the Nepean Highway.
Yeah.
So yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there. It's just,
Just wants to be a real estate agent so
I
bad.
swear.
Dude, I will do some research before you
Got a
do
lovely
any of that,
kitchen
though.
and outside.
Yeah, I'd
living
definitely do some research, man.
Do some
because
research and figure out what's going to be the most cost-effective thing for you to do, man.
area.
even if you come more into the suburbs, like, you know, move to Clayton.
Dude, you can go anywhere. Like, that's what you're forgetting. You can go anywhere you want, man.
Yeah. You got the
Free
freedom.
bird. I'm a free bird.
Well, that's the thing. You drive, you work, you've got the freedom to do anything you want.
Earn plenty of cash.
Yeah, man. No joke.
Just a pimp over here.
This guy's in there just rolling out money bundles. Just like
Tell you what, I'll rent
slap
out,
someone with
I'll rent
$100
out my
bill.
storage locker to you if you want.
Oh, that little cage down the bottom?
Yeah, but there's a broken washing machine and a bike in there now.
That's fine.
You can.
They can be my friends.
He starts living in the basement.
I can sublet this place to you for $250
Do you know what
bucks a week.
Do you reckon?
Kitchen, shower, everything's
Great
here.
location.
I was just wondering.
Beach, Bay Street. Come on, man.
What if you find like a cheap Airbnb joint and just
live
keep
there?
renting it? Yeah.
Never leave.
Never leave. I'm being
The
serious.
guy's like, listen, I need my place back.
What's the cheapest place you can find on Airbnb?
It'd be in Wangaratta or some shit, man.
Okay, Melbourne. Let's be realistic. Melbourne.
Frankston?
Do you reckon?
St Albans?
Nah, I reckon you'd be pushing past Druin or something,
I like
man.
Frankston.
Oh,
Frankston's a nice area.
Dude, I was in the back of Sky Karam the other night, man. I had no idea where I was. I was fucking... I literally... I had Lopesy from work in the car and the rookie. So where the fuck are we, man? He's like, yeah, I used to say that to him. Like, fuck Karam.
Patterson Lakes.
Oh, that's pretty much. I live on the lake that divides my suburb.
Dude,
Patterson
if you
Lake.
get a Karam Downs, you could buy a house for $250.
Not a big fan of Karen Downs.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go there.
Got that vibe to it.
That
When you
vibe.
drive through there, you just
Yeah,
like,
that guy that was waiting for a mate. Wasn't he from Karam?
Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder what happened in
Karam Downs.
Karam's a nice area, dude.
Karam's
Don't
near
get-
you.
Don't get it mistaken.
Karam's near you,
right next
though.
to me. It's a really
Yeah.
lovely little area.
But Karam Downs.
Karam Downs, that Downs part
Actually,
really says it all.
I'd come up with this ages ago. I was going to ask you guys about it. You know how they tack on the word downs or park
Yeah.
or heights to something, to a suburb, to make it classier? Like, you got Hampton
and Hampton Park.
Hampton
Upper
Park.
Fentree Gully.
Yeah. Dude, like, there's a big difference between Hampton and Hampton Park.
Oh, mate, it's chalk,
Oh,
like we said,
Yeah,
chalk and
chalk and
cheese.
cheese.
Like, for anyone that isn't from Melbourne, Hampton is,
A beautiful,
Yeah,
lovely
A
area.
quite well-established area, suburb near the beach.
yeah, mostly
literally right there.
upper class, white, you know, waspy sort of families, and a lot of retirees as well.
Yeah, so it's a
little
very nice
boutiques.
area.
Then you go, how many Ks would you say? Like 20?
Wait,
To Hampton Park.
Hampton to Hampton Park.
let me have a look.
I'd say a
Keep
bit
talking
more
amongst
than
yourselves.
20.
Yeah, you go to Hampton Park on the other side of the southeastern suburbs, because Hampton is southeast beachside, bayside, and then it's Hampton Park is
Far east.
far east, like
Far
like
east.
the deep
27.8 K.
27.8 Ks, so you're looking at about a 25-minute drive to maybe, like we're talking suburb to suburb, so yeah, 35-minute drive maybe.
37. You're spot on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Not that far.
Then you go to Hampton, because I was in Hampton Park like a bit over the last couple of weeks.
I was there not long ago.
And you just see a plethora of like Sudanese / Samoan / Bogan rat /
Slash reject shops.
Afghanistan,
Reject shops.
Afghani, yeah,
Fast food joints.
nothing but
Yeah.
charcoal chickens.
It kind of reminds me like the outskirts of Vegas.
Yeah.
That kind of...
Exactly.
that
Oh, really?
Yeah, really flat.
Yeah.
Just flat and barren, man.
Flat and dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dusty and...
It's fucked.
Disgusting.
But
It
that's
really
what used to make it made me laugh, because then I thought about how I live in Noble Park and it's got the word park in it. There's nothing. I don't see any parks.
There's nothing
there
noble.
are no parks. in
There's
Noble
nothing noble about it.
Yeah, there are no parks.
There's no parks.
There are no parks. Couple rat-infested holes, but that's it.
You'd almost expect Hampton Park to be the nicer of the two areas,
Yeah.
right? Because it has park attached to it.
Exactly.
But it is not.
And then I tried to. I played a game. I was going to ask you guys: can you name all the suburbs in Melbourne with the word park in it, or how many can you think of right off the top of your head?
Orchard Park.
What's Orchard Park? Did you see right off the
I used to
bat?
play tennis in Orchard Park.
Yeah.
What's Orchard Park?
It's down...
Orchard Park Tennis Club.
That's all I have there.
Orchard Park, Noble Park, Brandon Park.
Hampton Park.
I just said Hampton Park.
No, you didn't.
Okay, can you name more? There's Middle Park.
What about
Yes.
Park at the start? Parkdale? Does that?
Albert Park.
Albert Park. Deer Park.
Deer Park, yeah.
What a shithole that place is. Oh my god.
But this is the areas where the only nice one is Middle Park and Albert Park.
Oh, Mill Park?
But then, like,
Mill,
then I thought-
Mill, yes.
Another shithole.
There's a few that, like, because I see them from work, like all the labelling and stuff
Yeah.
as well. Then I thought about how there's Broadmeadows, then there's Meadow Heights.
Yeah. Altona Meadows.
where you're going with
Altona
this.
Meadows.
Altona Meadows.
And then Altona.
Yeah.
There's a difference between Altona and Altona.
'Cause Altona's near
And then
the
you got, like, Taylor's Lake, Taylor's Hill.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
And then you've got, like, Broadmeadows, obviously, and then Meadow Heights, and then you've got Chelsea, and then Chelsea Heights.
Heights.
And it's a massive difference.
Dude, Chelsea and Chelsea Heights.
Oh,
Chelsea Heights on the verge of Springvale Road.
it's next to Keysborough.
Do you know what's funny? I picture, like, Chelsea. I picture all the starchy heads, like, taking their dogs for walks.
And the
And I
bear.
picture Chelsea Heights, some dude in a VP doing donuts.
It's so true.
No, in the car park where the venue is, where the pokies are.
It's so true, and it's like literally a 2-minute drive. Like across the
And then I was trying to think of all, and then like suburbs like Sunshine. You know what I mean?
Scumshine.
Yeah, like Sunshine. Like really, you know, like it's a shittest suburb in Melbourne.
Yeah, Sunshine's pretty bad.
Somerville.
Somerville, Somerton. Then you got like St Albans, like there's heaps of them with the word Saint something. And I've looked up the meaning to a lot of these suburbs, and some of them are just nowhere, man. Like nowhere.
Just nothing.
Yeah.
It's so funny going from suburbs to like.
And then you've got suburbs like Clayton, which is a typically white sort of English prominent name, but then you go to Bundoora on the other side of town, up in the dust. It's clearly an Aboriginal name, but it's just fucking, it's a hole.
Yeah.
Like Reservoir became named Reservoir White because there's a reservoir there.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm just looking at some of these suburbs, man.
Stud Park, that's another one I forgot about.
Calder Park is a suburb.
Calder Park.
Calder Park is yeah.
I'm thinking of one place where it actually does make it better is Furniture Gully to Upper Furniture Gully.
Is Upper Furniture Gully nice?
Upper Furniture Gully is a lot nicer than Furniture Gully.
I've looked up some houses there, and they're quite pricey. Like
it's basically right at the bottom of the Mount Dandenong
Yeah.
ranges, so it starts to get hilly, and it's just basically hippies and stuff, and it's a nice, like. It's
Do you reckon that's worldwide?
Roxborough Park.
Yeah, Roxborough Park. That was the other one I forgot about.
I'm going through it now.
Yeah, that's a shithole, man.
That's a fucking shithole you've ever been to.
That's a shithole.
Shout out to people at Roxborough Park.
Just quickly, I want to say, it reminded me when you were saying the difference between Chelsea and Chelsea Heights. Shout out to Chelsea police station officers. Best police officers that I've ever encountered in my life.
Really?
They let you go after that.
They let me go.
Streaking.
They let me go.
Who's jacking at the park?
I've been pulled
Look,
up.
mate, just finish off and go.
I've been pulled up like 4 times there, and the last one happened like 3 days ago. I was driving and my brake light was out.
I told you about that 2 weeks ago.
You did.
Shut up!
You did the last podcast we did, man. You.
Yeah, I forgot about
Get
it.
on the servo. It's a Holden.
Yeah, no, I
Just
forgot.
go change it.
But he pulled me up on it.
Nava. You know those little
The red packets. The blue packets and the red packets.
You buy them at Repco, they're like $3.
Dude, I'll
Buy them
change it
at
for you right
7-Eleven. Buy them at 7-Eleven, $15.70. Buy
Let's do it after the podcast.
Yeah, we'll do it. No, seriously, change it, man, because you're going to keep getting pulled over.
Yeah, but he pulled me over, right? And he was almost like apologetic for pulling me over.
He just had to tell you that
He's
the
like,
light was...
look, man, I'm sorry to, have to pull you over, but just more for your safety. I'm telling you, you've got one tail light out. Just get it fixed, man. That way you won't have any crashes or anything. Have a lovely day, man, and just walked away.
I was on speed.
And I was just sitting there like...
Johnny had barely wound down his window.
Yeah. So he's like, what the fuck just happened?
Because if that was in Furniture Gully...
No, they would have
my
got
whole
you and
car-
beat the shit out of you.
My whole car would have been overhauled, like, full, like...
Oh, yeah, like I copped, man.
Like you copped, moisture
Yeah.
in the engine bay, some shit like that.
Yeah, but you weren't hooning. You weren't... Like, they probably just thought, let's just tell this guy that his light's out, and...
But each time, man, they've just been
Yeah.
super nice. Like, it's almost like they're just sorry for pulling you over and have a nice day and have a little...
Because the area, man.
Yeah.
Come to my area. Like,
No.
get pulled over before I've even seen
Dude, you could even look at someone and...
choke slammed into the concrete.
Yeah, no. No joke. They'll see this guy in front of his building getting his mail, and they'll be thinking he's stealing something,
Yeah.
and they'll throw him into the front door. Like, what are you doing?
I've
Get
had
out of
cops
town!
pull up, dude.
behind
I
the
live here!
I've had cops pull up just because I was hanging out the front of my building.
Like loitering.
Yeah, I was
in front of
either
your own
waiting for
building.
someone or just making a phone call or just got my mail and just chilling for a bit. And I've had cops
like,
pull
what
up.
are you
So
doing here? So, I live here.
I fucking live here. I swear, I'm not joking.
Yeah, no, I'm not joking. That's what I was saying. Like, there's
I'm
no...
not joking, man.
But man, like, just awesome cops.
That's good, man. No, at
Absolutely
least there's some...
awesome.
Look,
And
there
it's
are-
so, like, it's so nice. Like, you feel like you love police officers after that. Like,
Yeah, because you feel like you're part of the community, and it's like, all right, these guys aren't that bad. Like,
yeah. That's how they should be.
There are some good cops,
That's how
man.
they
It's
should
not-
be. It makes you feel good towards them. It doesn't make you
It's a
feel...
stigma, man. Like, a couple of bad cops ruin it. When they say a couple of bad eggs ruin
It's a
the...
stigma. say that to every Sudanese guy that's had the shit kicked out of him just because.
Well, then, stop stealing car radios.
just off the top, just off the bat, like, yeah, no worries.
He's black.
And
Get him.
quickly going, we mentioned Mill Park just before. I think that's...
Oh yeah, Mill Park, it's a shithole.
Did you? Yeah. Speaking of it being a shithole, did you see on the news? Like 4 dudes ran into the shopping centre.
Oh, at the
with
jewelry
hammers,
shop.
Hammers and just smashed the
At a
jewelry.
Michael Hill.
Just a
Yeah,
smash
At a
and
Michael
grab.
Hill jeweler.
Yeah, just a smash and grab.
Yeah.
And they drove off in a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, black BMW.
Yeah. It's like they drove... Obviously, it was stolen. It would have been stolen.
Yeah,
but-
'cause it was dumped at the car
Yeah.
Mill
wash. Yeah,
Park.
it was
How did I forget about Mill Park? That's like I've been to Mill Park like a million times.
dump.
Mill Park, you know what Mill Park was, man? I remember one of the first times I'd ever gone there was 2003 when I was going to TAFE in
It's got
Boxing.
Mill Park stats, man.
Dude, when I was going to...
I played tennis there as well.
when I went to TAFE in 2003 at Boxy,
On the
there's
tour.
a Maso girl that lived in Mill Park, because that's where all the Macedonians sort of flocked to. And she had to go get something for like an assignment. She left it at home. I said, I'll come with you. We've got like the next period off anyway. So we drove out there.
Trying to get a piece on the way back. Yeah.
No.
I feel ya.
No!
You can say it. No, go on.
Yeah, dude, this was 2003. We ended up getting married, having kids. It didn't work out, and here we are. Fucking this guy.
City of Whittlesea.
Seriously.
Ooh.
I remember getting to the blocks, and every house was huge, man. Like massive wog double-story brick veneer houses, like with the palace gates.
The white things at the front.
Yeah. But I remember being lost for like 40 minutes driving out there through Rosanna and shit. Like, where the fuck are we, man?
Yeah.
And I remember talking to either my cousin or like Arella or something, and they said, dude, properties out there are nothing, man. Like, this was 10, 15 years ago. You could buy houses for jack shit. Like, nothing.
Yep.
And so it was just these big estates, man. You just felt lost.
Yep.
Last time I had to go up there,
I never go out there, dude, ever.
I got family up there, man. One of my cousins is up there. Dude, when one of my cousins had a baby, she's got 3 now. When she had her firstborn, I didn't see him initially. I think it was about 6 months or 8 months by the time I finally got out there. And it was literally because I was still in Clayton. I said, if you want me to come out there, I need the day off from work and I need to plan it.
It's a day journey.
Dude, I remember getting woken up. This was 2012 or whatever. Probably a bit before that. I remember getting woken up by my sister barging in through the back door of the house. This is when she'd moved out with her fiance. She'd barge in through the back door and like started screaming at like 8 in the morning just about her socks or something. And I've opened the door. I'm like, man, I've just done like 9 days in a row. Did you really need to go? Oh, what's your problem? And then she just left. I'm like, well, you've woken me up. And I remember my mum just looking at me. She's like, you look shit. Like, what are you going to do? I go, well, I can't go back to sleep. It's a sticking hot day. And I said, oh, you know what? I'm awake. Fuck it. And I texted my cousin in Mill Park. I said, dude, are you awake? She's like, yeah, of course I am. Yeah, baby. Why? I go, because I've got the day off and my sister just woke me up. That's 8. Oh, perfect. You can come up for lunch. Dude, that journey, that was a fucking journey and a half, man.
Yeah, man.
Journey.
It's not further than Mernda.
I think I've only been out there like once or
My
twice.
cousin's in Mernda. There's Mernda Park as well, I think.
I mean, look.
Of course there is.
There's another Mernda. There's 2 Merndas. There's Mernda and there's Mernda something.
Mernda Park.
Upper Mernda.
There you go.
Mernda Park.
Churnside Park.
Churnside
there
Park.
There you go. More to your side.
Another dump.
There's also a place called Buttercross Park,
What?
Neptune Park.
What, in Melbourne?
Yeah.
Where's Neptune
They're
Park?
just little shit cunt suburbs near Laylaw and Epping and Mill Park.
I just thought of another one, a little one that's just past Churnside Park, Wonga Park.
Wonga, yes!
Wonga Park,
yes! Good pickup, yes!
I've never heard of Wonga
We used to
Park.
go out there and do burnouts, I swear to God. I swear to God, we used to smoke bongs and do burnouts out there.
But then you got like Knoxfield and then Knox.
Yep.
Dude, big difference between Knoxfield and Knox, man. Seriously, dude. That's fucked how suburbs get rezoned and renamed.
It's hilarious.
It's fucked up.
How can we make this sound classy? Park.
Park.
Upper.
That'll cover the rabble. You know what I mean? Can you imagine some poor
That'll get people to move in.
Dude, can you imagine some poor cunt from interstate or overseas hearing about, like, say, Hampton? Like, all these good things about Hampton, like, you know, local papers and shit. Like, oh, yeah, mad.
That's lovely.
And then he gets here and he buys a house in Hampton Park. It's 30 Ks east. And he's expecting beachside property to get there.
Where's the beach?
Some cuzzy, nothing but a pair of shorts. You lost, bro?
Look like you need some help, bro.
Yeah, bad, man.
What are you driving, bro? You got a durry? You got a dud, bro? You got a dud, bro? No, sorry, mate, I don't smoke. Oh, how many inches are those rims, bro?
Dude, seriously.
You new to the area, bro? Just sussing him out. This guy's like looking around going, what the fuck is going
Just
on?
fuck it off.
They said this was nice.
You know what, man? This has got nothing to do with being a hater or like looking down at anyone in Melbourne in these shit suburbs. I've grown up in all these shit suburbs.
Dude, we
man.
grew up in a shit suburb.
I grew up in Ferntree Gully.
At no point have I ever spent time in a nice area in Melbourne, as in like lived there.
I do now.
I mean, you do now,
But
yeah.
it's a shock. It's a culture
That's
shock,
the same
man.
with me. I'm living in Chelsea, man. It's amazing.
It's a culture shock, man.
weird.
I told you, like, when
I
I
don't
first
see
moved...
graffiti. I don't see graffiti.
No.
anywhere.
Dude, when I first moved...
my
no.
building's covered in graffiti. My building looks like a prison, man.
Dude, when I left your place a couple of months ago, I was driving up the exit driveway, and there's graffiti everywhere. I'm like, oh, you're standing.
Yeah, come with the scaffolding at the front, the barbed wire fencing and shit everywhere.
So, quick question, this house here, how much do you reckon that's worth?
Holy shit, that's a palace.
How much do you reckon that's worth?
Dude, that's massive.
Yeah, what area is it in?
I'm not telling you.
Dude,
That's a
gotta be-
lovely house.
That's 1.5, man. Like, easy.
That's a massive place.
$1 million plus.
That's in Mernda. Do you know how much that's worth? You can get that for 400k.
Are you joking?
No, 420 to 460.
All right, I'm buying a house in Mernda. Done.
420 to 460.
Where's Mernda?
Where?
Where?
It's past Bandura, past Reza. Like, you keep just driving.
Oh, there.
You keep. It's about
South Morang.
it's past South Morang. Like,
Yeah.
South Morang is an hour away.
I'll tell you what, the next suburb after Mernda is Yan Yin.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Woodstock.
Oh, I could move to Woodstock. That would suit me.
I remember I was bagging someone out for being near
Not
Wallen.
now for Straight Edge Bobby.
Oh, not
Have you
straight edge,
ever been to Wallen?
Yeah. Yeah, I did a delivery down there.
That just sounds
I
disgusting.
bagged someone
Wallen.
out for being from Wallen. Like, oh, not Wallen. I meant Wern or something. It's like, oh, it's next to Wallen. I'm like, what the fuck?
I didn't say Wallen. I said Wallen Park.
Yeah, dude, it's fucked. But all those areas, man, like, they're just pockets. Like, I get someone moving out there because of affordability, but at the same time, man, you cut yourself off from the rest of the world.
You do. It's like
Unless you've got a business out there, like in Wallen, right? Look at this place,
Wallen.
right? We're talking massive property here, acres, right? With a massive house. But unless you're doing farming or something like that, then you could survive there and whatever, because it's your job. You're working there. If you live in fucking Wallen and you work in, like, fucking Caulfield,
Yeah, no.
mate, you're driving 4.5 hours every time. Like, it's not happening.
Killer.
That's what I'm saying. It's the big toss-up. Like, yeah, they're hammering down
Tell you
about-
what, though, Wallen's got some nice places, man.
Yeah, they do. They're nice. They're lovely places, man. And I'm not mocking the people. I'm not mocking anyone or anything. I'm just saying, just to, like, you put that in your head, yeah? I mean, like, I grew up in Clayton, Oakley, you know, CB, like Melbourne, you know what I mean? Now, people I know are getting married and moving out further and further just for affordability's sake. At the same time, I know a lot of dickheads that live, like, excessive lifestyles and want the most expensive of everything. That's
Yes.
why...
Which is stupid.
Yeah, they compromise on their lifestyle and then buy like a fucking house out in Officer or Ruin because it's 360,000, but they get a 3-bedroom unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, well, at what point does it become unproductive? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Like, I'm not for that, man. Like, I'm really not for moving out to, say, you know, Narry North or further than Narry North. You're like Wallen or whatever.
Yeah. I'm with you, dude. I couldn't do it.
Because, you know what I mean? Like,
Just
you're just... I don't give a fuck if it's 40 minutes via freeway. It's 40 minutes via freeway. Like, just the thought of going to work, coming home, and then if I want to see you for a beer, it's like, I've got to drive like an hour, man.
Yes.
An hour.
Just lose contact and...
Yeah, whereas like now, like even in the gully, man, like from my joint, if we met halfway, it'd be a 7-minute drive.
Yeah, totally.
Like if we met halfway, like if me and you met in, say, I don't know, like Rowville or...
Rowville, Mulgrave.
Yeah, top of Rowville sort of way, you know what I mean? Like, dude, it'd be 7-10 minutes.
10 minutes max.
Listerfield.
Like we could
Listerfield's lovely.
We could get to Stud Road to the, the Stamo.
Yep.
In the
On the
corner.
corner of Stud
Yeah.
Road, the
We could both
Stamo.
get there within 10 minutes.
Easily.
Stud in Wellington.
10 minutes.
Right there.
I've taken an Uber there. It cost me $10, man. It got me to the Stamo in 10 minutes, not even.
Yeah, man.
And you know, I'd be up for that. I'm like, yeah, let's meet up for a beer. But if, dude, like my cousin lives in Mernda, and then when he was like, oh, you come up and see my place. I'm like, are you joking?
Like
I
you
told
said,
you the story
am I
when I went to Mernda.
It's like you said, man, it has to be a whole day thing. You have to get up early and it's like a whole day. And then you know, and you can, how often can you do
I've
that?
got an ex, right, whose sister got married, right? She grew up in Bentley, Oakley South, like down this way, yeah? She got married and she bought a dream home out in Caroline Springs. Like three-story double garage.
But you're in
swimming
Caroline
pool.
Springs.
Yeah, it's like it's your dream home. It is your dream
Dude,
area.
she had moved back by the end of the year.
Yeah, man.
She hadn't closed a year on the property and she had moved back.
Like, it might be a beautiful house. I'm not knocking the actual area itself.
Oh, beautiful
But
house.
you're away from your family, you're away from your friends, you're in a suburb on the other side of the Westgate, man.
It's just like nothing. It's so barren out there. It's just like,
yeah.
Dude, I drove to Werribee for a job, and I looked to the left, and it was just dirt.
it's like
And I'm
dirt,
like, what the fuck?
dirt, then you have like a Red Rooster.
That's it. That's what it was. And also, there was,
Red Rooster.
and there was, and then next to it was a shitty old BP.
Yeah.
Red Rooster.
You know what I saw,
things.
dude. You know what I saw?
That's actual fact.
It is, because you know what I saw? You're right. And then there's like some kind of shit cunt pizza place. Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
Just a Speedy's Pizza.
And then there's like some crappy like shopping centre. They have a really fancy name, like Lakeside
Chase.
Yeah.
Lakeside Chase.
Lakeside Chase, and it's just that's all you have. That's it.
And the hairdresser with like pensioner specials.
Yep.
And all sorts of shit.
And you cut off from everyone else. And
yeah, man. You might have the house, which is fair enough. You want to buy that house, go nuts. Like that's pool dream. But when you walk out of your house, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like you got to drive an hour and a half to get somewhere. You go to Red Rooster. Strip sub combo.
Strip sub.
With extra sauce.
And 6 cheesy nuggets.
Oh, yum.
You're a dickhead.
Can I just bring back to something that you very snidely mentioned before when we were talking?
Yes. Was it
was about bowling. You
Yeah.
looked at me and you said,
I'm going to smash you.
You looked over and you said, bowling, I'd smash you. And I just went, pfft.
Didn't you tell him?
Because I used to play competition bowling, Nicholas. We were called the Pin Pals.
Dude, I would smash you in bowling, hands down, man.
We were called the Pin Pals. And I'm quite
I remember we touched on this, like 4th episode or something.
Can we go bowling
really?
tomorrow night or something? Or just, let's get
was,
bowling.
hang on, it was around the time
I
of
love bowling.
it was around the time of your godson's birthday.
Yeah. So we took him.
When's his birthday? Like
June.
Yeah, so before your wedding last year.
Yeah, we took
so,
him.
coming up nearly a year.
We're doing bumper bowling, right?
No.
I'm kidding. Fuck bumper
That
bowling.
was the point we were making because his missus used the bumper bowling and we cracked it.
Oh, I think I do remember that.
Yeah.
But dude, I told you, like I was playing games, man, the whole time, and I thought I had 3 shots left. I go, you know what? I'm going to show him a lesson. Bang, bang, bang.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Mate, don't even play. Don't even play.
Are you a spinner or a straight edge?
Mate, I just throw that thing and smash everything that's around it.
Just a straighter.
Spinner. What are you faking?
I got the full technique. The leg comes behind.
Do you wear the gay glove?
Oh, no, I don't do that.
Bullshit, you do, don't you? Yeah. He wears the glove and his jeggings.
I don't do the glove.
And he's... Do you do the litlittle hand thing at the end?
Hand thing, like you got to follow through and then hold the pose at the end. Yeah.
The only thing I find with bowling is...
Look at Tim just looking at us like you idiots.
We'll do bowling. I have to do. I love bowling though. I love it. So.
Yeah, bowling's sick. Let's do it.
Do you use a little woman's ball?
Yeah, the size 6 or whatever.
Jesus.
No, I'm kidding. I used a big banger.
No, you don't.
Just a cannonball.
Just size 16.
just rolls a cannonball made a ledge straight down.
Dude, it's been so long since I've been. I can't even remember.
You've got a bowling glove though, don't you?
What's a bowling ball made of? Wood?
Or the ones that they give you are just fucking plastic, I think.
No.
They can't be plastic.
No.
Let
me find out. I'll find out in a second.
I always used to.
But honestly, how good were you?
Pretty good. But I always used to look into the pro shop and see like the see-through glass balls and be like, she will be mine. Oh yeah, she will be mine. But I never got one. I always used the fucking shitty ones. But they give you to use.
You're right, plastic. Were produced in the late 1950s. They would become
plastic, bro.
Prominent material in the 1970s. In the early 80s, urethane bowling balls were introduced. Yeah, they're quite fucking heavy. Like they're not. You know, if you get the little bitch ones that Johnny uses, it's okay. But it's
the little bitch ones.
The pink one. He gets the pink one.
Throw him under the bus, man.
Little bitch pinky.
We'll have a night.
I was just going to say, this is going right off.
Down.
Probably
thing.
play so shit.
I'm just going to cut in with some shit. Prince Arthur just sent me something and said, you can see if you want to use this on the potty, otherwise, ignore it. I'm like, oh no, I'll have a look. He just sent me a document, man. Have you read anything about Vault 7 that's come out recently? It's all over the news.
Johnny.
Vault 7.
Yeah. Get this. This is from a document that Arthur sent me. I don't know if these are I think these are just his little summary. WikiLeaks has just released documents from the CIA. It's calling Vault 7, which outlines a number of exploits the CIA is using to spy on people.
Oh yeah, I have actually.
You've read about it?
Isn't Julian Assange fucking?
Yeah, he's the WikiLeaks dude. While the CIA has not confirmed the leaks, they have not denied it either, and a number of other credible sources, including cybersecurity experts and ex-CIA operatives, have said that the leak looks legitimate. The exploits listed include gaining access to Android phones, iPhones, Windows 10 PCs, and being able to turn Samsung smart TVs into a listening device. On the surface, the leaks may not be concerning. After all, the CIA is meant to spy on people, and it is illegal for the CIA to investigate American citizens. But the leaks are concerning for 3 main reasons. Most of these exploits take advantage of security holes in the software of the target device. Until these exploits are patched, they can be taken advantage of by anyone. Because of this, American spy agencies are supposed to disclose all bugs they discover so they can be patched. They did not do this, meaning that those vulnerabilities remain in the software to be used by anyone. Secondly, the CIA has lost control of these exploits, and at this stage we do not know if the CIA was hacked of the leak or if the leak was internal. And American spy agencies have no trouble breaking the law and spying on American citizens. What the NSA did was illegal, and they've not been prosecuted for it.
Of course not.
Not only was the whole thing illegal, people inside the NSA were spying on their spouses. One of the programs... Alright.
One of the programs, which went by the name of Weeping Angel, was designed to turn Samsung's smart TV into a listening device. On Last Week Tonight, John Oliver said that the program has to be installed manually using a USB, so unless you have let any strange men into your house, your TV isn't spying on you, but physical access doesn't always mean physical access.
Perfect.
Most sensitive programs are completely isolated from the internet, which means that physical access is required to change the software. Secondly, the software is unique, so even if you had physical access, you could need days before you even read the code. So how do you physically access a computer you can't physically access, which is programmed in a way you don't understand? You build something like Stuxnet. Stuxnet was first discovered in 2010 and is believed to be responsible for almost destroying an Iranian centrifuge, which using to enrich uranium. Stuxnet worked by infecting Windows computers, not only particular Windows computers, all of them.
Great voice.
Dude, this is fucked.
I put in conspiracy music.
All these mobs, like China used a similar method for hacking into an ACO building to steal blueprints. So they got all blueprints were stored on a computer with no physical access to the internet. So China targeted the contractors' computers. A contractor would take their personal laptop home, connect to the internet, get infected with a virus, and take it to work. Blah 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 blah.
Wow,
that's fucked.
It's a bit warm in here.
It's fucked, but it doesn't surprise me.
Look, we know though. It's someone's always listening, someone's always watching. So
you're gonna have lots of picture of my dicks. Enjoy it.
Johnny's selfie.
Enjoy my big huggy CIA.
Enjoy the huggy.
Do you reckon that's happening?
The unusual.
Man?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, it's out there.
Do you reckon?
Absolutely.
As in right now, do you reckon people are monitoring this conversation?
Like
we've all got phones.
Not right now.
We've all got phones connected to the internet. Look at it that way.
Yeah.
My hotspot's on, I think.
So you're acting like a server, basically. Anyone could tap in.
Yep. I reckon 100%, man. Like, yeah.
Do you remember that movie, The Net? Yeah, like we talked about it ages ago.
Yeah.
What was the premise of that movie? It was because I don't actually remember the plot. I just remember Sandra Bullock was playing Wolfenstein at the start, and then some virus kicks in.
Yeah, it's bad as.
And then she meets some dude who's like a fraud. He's into modems as much as she is, so she falls for him or some shit.
Yeah.
But I don't actually remember what the point was. I know she loses her identity.
She was, you know to say Secretary of Defense. Michael Bergstrom commits suicide after being informed that he has tested positive for HIV. Systems analyst from Venice who telecommutes to Cathedral Software in San Francisco. No wonder this only got 4 stars.
Are they driving like a white convertible in that movie?
I don't know.
It's
when was that movie?
95.
Okay, so like that was probably more or less when modems and shit started becoming really home centric.
She looked pretty good in that movie.
Dude, that was 20 years ago, man.
We're going to be weathered these days, but it was hot.
But do you reckon that's happening now, as in like people are losing identities? Or do you reckon it's just a movie plot? As in, do you reckon there are people just disappearing off the radar?
It'd have to be. I'd say there is. That's just me being a conspiracy kind of...
Do you reckon, I mean, think about it, yeah? Like
people are always getting snatched. People
would ask questions, surely. But then again, did you see the numbers for missing people?
That's just what I was about to say.
Per year?
It's insane.
It's unbelievable.
It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Lots of kids as well, man.
And we'd never find out if any of the people missing were actually with government ties or with anything like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because think about it. They could be living obviously a double life.
Yeah.
So the life they were living, what you thought that was normal, could have been a cover, and they could be taken away to their other normal life.
And
Like,
that's the sacrifice you make. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So that's really weird. Like, I'm sure it happens. Like, I will bet Johnny's left testicle.
Hey, I need that.
He's the bartering tool. Like, you just put him up.
I'll give him his pinky finger and everything.
They are nice testes, so you could barter pretty well with it.
For fuck's sake. Every time.
No, but there'd have to be something. Like, it's... Yeah.
It's like,
Not mine, dead. He's dead.
I think about all the movies like that, like True Lies. Like True Lies is one of them, where he's like a double agent.
Yeah.
One of my favourite movies, Enemy of the State. It's about spying on people.
Yeah.
I only saw it at the cinemas. I never saw it again.
That's from the
Good
first
movie.
time I saw
Great
that. It's
movie.
been one of my favourite movies.
Great movie.
With Will Smith.
Really worth
Gene
watching?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Again,
It's Will Smith I can't stand, man.
Yeah, but just
Oh,
look
you don't
past,
like Will?
look past Willie, but look at the plot.
I brought up Will
actually really
Smith
cool.
a couple of days ago, man. I can't remember
I
who.
was watching Fresh Prince last
But I was
night.
just saying how Will Smith plays the same fucking character every time. Every movie. Doesn't matter if they cast him as a hobo on the street. He will save the world somehow.
And he'll always cry. He'll
Yeah,
always have a tear.
doesn't matter if they cast him as a
that
superhero.
iconic tear.
Like, you know that? What was that movie where he was a superhero? I keep forgetting the
like one word, I think.
It was
Hancock.
Hancock, yeah. I remember the haters came out and said, "Oh, only way they can cast a black man as a superhero is if they make him like an alcoholic, la la la."
Oh,
and then the writers came out and said, "Actually, Hancock was meant to be white. Like we cast Will Smith because we wanted Will Smith. Like the character's meant to be white.
Yeah.
Like." Yeah, drunk alcoholic white superhero. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, like,
Bill Murray comes to mind straight away.
yeah, but like even that, right, saves the world.
Yeah, totally.
Every movie he's done is like a big stroke of I'm Will Smith and I'm better than everyone because I'm so progressive.
Every movie.
Yeah, I'm not joking. It's like my gripe with Johnny Depp. How every movie Johnny Depp's done in the last 10 years, he's got like an English accent and makeup, playing some fucked up quirky character, like that Alice in Wonderland movie. Where's the what's it called? The Mad Hatter.
Yeah, there was there's heaps of them.
Yeah, then it was the vampire that moved about the vampire.
Funny you bring that up.
Yeah.
Because funny you bring up Johnny Depp. Last night I was doing research on obviously the movie Blow, and I was actually researching George Jung.
Oh, George Young, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually creepy. You just brought it up because he got released in 2014, and then he's doing like book signings and stuff now.
Oh, he's a celebrity.
But he got arrested because his manager forgot to get him to like parole
or whatever.
and he got arrested again. Got thrown back in.
Poor guy.
How long's he in for?
Huh? Oh no, it was only a couple of months.
That's a minor. Like
It's a minor, it's
PO
nothing,
for-
yeah. And he's like, man, it wasn't my fault. Like, the manager said it was cool. Like,
It wasn't my fault. That's the excuse we're going to give from now on. Like, it wasn't my fault. Nick said it was fine. You serious?
Johnny gets thrown back in the slammer for 6 months.
I love how that I get caught for something. I blame Nick, but Johnny goes to prison.
We're in tripod, boys. We're in it together.
Yeah, it's just a circle of life. You know what I mean?
And you brought up Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Do you know what movie I watched like 3 days ago with my daughter? And it holds up and it's fucking a sick movie. I forgot how good it was. Space Jam.
Yeah, man. Dude, Space Jam's kill.
That's a good movie.
Dude, you know I bought
It's
the
still a
Michael
really
Jordan
good-
ring? You know that ring, the Michael Jordan ring? When
Yeah.
I'd play that, then I'd go inside and watch Space Jam. Or the other way around. I'd watch Space Jam, then I'd go outside. You can be like Mike's slam dunk ring. I had
Big
that.
soaring
Yeah,
dunk.
man.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
good movie.
Space Jam's awesome.
Still a really good movie.
But as kids, we loved that movie. It was like, yeah, Space Jam's sick.
Really good. Like, I
Brings
really
back
enjoyed it.
memories.
And it's got like fucking Muggsy Bogues,
Yeah, man.
Larry Bird, and all.
Sean Bradley, I think, is in
Yeah.
it. He's one of the tall dudes.
Patrick Ewing is in it.
I only saw that movie at the cinemas, man, in year 7.
Dude, Space Jam
in the
kills
grade
it.
Watch it again. It's really fucking
I've
good.
got it on
it's
cassette
really,
tape,
really good.
VHS.
And Indy loved it as well. It was so cool. I was just sitting there watching it with her like, this is trippy. Because I watched it when...
Yeah.
So
You know,
cool.
I've still got that basketball ring in my grandfather's garage, right? And I've also got the videotape that came with it. It shows you...
I could probably sell that on eBay and make a
Dude,
million.
Michael Jordan gives you a tutorial.
Tips.
Yeah. I've got it on VHS.
Dude, I'm selling that. That's going to go for money.
Dude, I've got it on VHS.
Because I know
I'll show
all
you the ring.
Disney-
I'll show you the ring.
I know all the Disney movies, the original Disney releases, like the actual VHS releases.
Yes.
They're going for a mint, like on eBay. I remember because the rookie was talking about it. He was the one telling me like 8 months ago. I'm like, oh really? He's like, yeah, man. He goes, I'm pretty sure I've got an Aladdin tape or like some random Pinocchio tape from back in the day my godmother gave to me when I was like 4 years old. I'm like, oh really? He goes, how much did you get for it? He goes, I don't know. I go, would you really sell it though? He goes, oh, in Greek, he's like, man, for 10 grand, na pay sto dialo. Sto dialo na pay. Sto dialo na pay means it can go to hell for all I give a shit.
That
Like,
much?
send it on its way, man.
I've got the original Beauty and the Beast, I think, because that was my favourite one out of them all.
I never saw it. I refused to watch it.
I hate you.
Why?
No, that was my favourite, dude. Beauty and the Beast. I love that. And they've remade it. It's a motion picture. Emma Watson plays Belle.
Who plays the Beast?
Just a wild beast. I don't know.
They actually bring
They bring in a wild beast.
They bring in a minotaur they found in the jungle.
Just holding him with ropes.
Everyone on set.
Releasing the beast.
Some jungle dude. Some Blanca? Like, he's like Blanca.
Just wild.
Dude, Blanca.
Beauty and the Beast cartoon, so good.
Dude, who was I? Was I talking to you about it? Was I at work? I think
Probably.
Maybe it was you. We're talking about useless Street Fighter characters that didn't fit. And I'm pretty sure I brought up how Blanca... it was Balrog.
Oh, Balrog, yeah.
He's a boxer.
Boxer.
That's his whole thing. He's a boxer.
Oh.
You've got Balrog that, like, generates electricity from his body. You got, like, a Honda, this massive sumo that, like, dives at you. There's, like, 1,000-arm slap.
Yeah.
Ryu and Ken just Hadouken!
Yeah, mystical powers.
And then you got Balrog the boxer.
I box. Good luck, Balrog. Hey, that's really funny that you brought up Street Fighter because I know that you're a fan of Street Fighter 2, the animated movie.
Oh, I love it, man.
Which is one of my favourite movies of all time, right?
Yeah.
And you know the character Fei Long?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome character.
Yeah, played by Bryan Cranston.
That's the fact. That was the fact I was going to bring up because
dude, voiceovers, brother. This is all I do.
My brother Alex told me just the other day, and he played it for me, and he was trying to get me to guess, and I had no idea. I was like,
I taught it to Goldfarb like 6 months ago, and he
like,
lost his shit. He goes, "Are you for real?" I'm like, yeah, man.
I couldn't pin the voice. I was like, I have no idea, dude.
I got it as soon as the first line is hit. Not bad, or was it just luck? And it's just
so fucking cool, man.
He wasn't known. He wasn't known at that point.
It was like one of his first gigs or something. That he got. That's so.
How
cool.
old do you reckon Bryan Cranston was? I did the maths. I figured it out.
He would have had to have been like
It
early
was
20s
young,
or something.
yeah, like early mid-20s, maybe late
sounds very
20s.
young.
Yeah.
Fei Long, what a cool character.
Fei Long was the best.
The
in
movie
that.
star, man.
Yeah, man.
You seen that? Street Fighter 2, the
It's
animated?
just a Bruce Lee. Is a Bruce Lee knockoff.
Yeah.
Man. I was actually thinking of Bryan Cranston the other day because the Malcolm in the Middle episodes are on repeats now.
Yeah.
And like everyone forgets Malcolm in the Middle. Everyone just knows him as
Breaking Bad, Walter White.
Walter White, exactly.
Heisenberg.
Yeah. Like he's one of those dudes that just be. Oh, he's also
Versatile.
There was a meme that was on the net, and it's like when you realise Elaine Bennis, from Seinfeld, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. When you realise that Elaine Bennis has dated Walter White and Saul, the lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, because Saul was in it. He was a doctor that was trying to go med. He was pre-med, but he couldn't get in.
What's his name, Saul, in real life?
I keep forgetting it. He's got that face. Just that face. He's got that filthy face.
He does have that.
The sideys.
I've always said he looks like a mix between Bruce Willis and Kevin Costner.
Yeah, like their retarded cousin.
Like their retarded cousin. But I love him. He's a great actor. He's great. It's all good. Have you watched Breaking Bad series, Nick?
Little bit. I haven't got time, man.